Hey, Alexis Paradise in the building. Whoop, whoop.
Hi guys, I'm Maria.
Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another banger.
Thank you for clicking this video and we welcome you to Relax After Dark.
Chin baby.
And like always, you know that you have to
Like on the ting, share the ting, click the ting, comment on the ting, subscribe to the ting, link the ting, click the ting, click the ting. It's a joke. How have you been?
Not
Have you been? How's your week?
Not bad. It was alright.
Good? Good, yeah.
Right.
I feel like the weeks are flying by so quickly. I feel like it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it's Sunday again.
Already.
And then it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And it's Sunday.
And it's Sunday again.
Yeah, soon enough we'll just be on Christmas and we just started the year.
We're in March.
Yeah. It flew really quick.
And it's going to be like last year. You know when time just flew, like the whole year was
Gone.
flipping hell.
Yeah.
But listen, I can't wait for things. We said that before, but I can't wait for things to just fully open back up. So now we've got our roadmap of when things are going to start opening and pubs and bars and
Somebody could start dating.
Why?
Over here.
Why?
Over here, we have something bubbling up soon. Can't say. But it's coming. Stay tuned.
It's a secret.
You know, I've been scrolling through Instagram a lot, which I always do.
Of course.
He said, of course. But I've been seeing a lot of memes and a lot of like meme pages keep posting up like the same thing over and over again, and it had me wondering. And I was thinking like some of the memes are related to like situationships and stuff like that.
Ooh, do you know what? I feel like, what do you think of the dating scene? Well, you wouldn't really have an opinion, but I guess as a married woman looking in, like, if you was to date, like, how would you take that? Because if I'm honest, yeah, most of the guys my age are just a mess. They're just a mess right now. Yeah, it's not even about that, but it's like the mindset. And if your mindset just ain't there, it's like, do you know what? I don't even want to have a conversation with you. Not even go out with you. I just don't want to talk to you. Because I feel like a lot of people's mindsets are just set. Set one way, and it's just like me. And you know the way I think already. Some things I don't know, I think differently. And if you're not in that right mindset, it's just like, I can't even entertain it.
I think some people are just so comfortable with having a situationship or not having any full commitment, or
I feel like people our age have commitment issues.
Or scared to even ask, like, what are we?
No, I feel like people our age are very lazy. And no, they are. They're very lazy. We're very impatient. Because do you know what? I think this every single day, because there's something every day, like when I'm going to work, when I'm coming home from work, or just people in general. We're a very impatient generation.
Definitely.
Very, not even our age, but everybody, we're in a very impatient age. It's like waiting for the train, and you've missed the train, and it's like, oh shit, I've missed the train. The underground train comes every 2 minutes, but it's just the fact that you want to get on the first train and waiting 2 minutes for a next train. Like you don't, people want things now, and I don't want people to take this the wrong way, but I feel like people who, I don't want to say guys, but I know it's not just guys, but people who are on roads, who do road and that kind of stuff there, it's all about impatience. Because that is all about money, because really and truly, what you're doing it for?
Yeah.
It's all about money. They want money now. All the Forex people, they're paying for ads on Instagram to get people to make money. It's all about impatience. Everybody wants money, and everybody wants it now. It's like people are not willing to work for it anymore. And I feel like the same thing goes with relationships, which is why most of the relationships now, like, you don't really find people in long-term relationships now, and it's very hard. And I feel like that's another reason why it's very hard for people to get into relationships and to find relationships that last long is because we're very impatient.
Yeah.
And if something goes wrong, nobody's willing to work on it because it's all about things happen now. And people's mindset are stuck like, okay, we've got a situation, we need to sort it out by tomorrow. And if it's not all good and like
Call it quits.
then we'll call it quits because I feel like we're very impatient people.
Yeah.
And I can't say, oh, I'm not very impatient. I'm quite, at times I'm quite impatient, but I think to myself like, yo, like, just slow down, like there's another train coming, or you need to work on this, or it takes time to develop this, like skills. Yeah, this is the best time to learn a new skill with the lockdown. So it's kind of I feel like in a way lockdown was perfect for some people because it forces you to just be patient.
Definitely.
It forces you to have no other choice than to sit down and wait.
Mm-hmm.
So to learn a skill, they're like, okay, yeah, I want to learn this skill, but I need to have this skill what's the word? I need to have this skill learned by tomorrow. But obviously things take time. So I feel like that's why a lot of relationships, it's not even about what are we, but a lot of relationships just end because people don't have patience. And there's a lot of people in our generation like that.
Yep, you have to be willing to put in the work, man.
You have to be willing to put in the work.
Definitely.
So you mentioned about like having a what are we conversation. This is sticky, bro. This is a real sticky because it's like, okay, you have that in your mind, yeah. You want to ask the person because I feel like a lot of guys hate that what are we question. But I feel like girls, like, we like to know what's going on. We don't like to be dragged along. I don't think anybody likes to be dragged along, but as girls, we want to know, okay, are you my man? Are you not? Can I see other people? Can I not? Are you willing to claim me? Are you not? Are you going to spoil me? Are you, like, what are we doing? And I don't feel like it's a what are we conversation like make me your girlfriend right now.
Yeah.
But I feel like...
have your intentions.
Yeah, like me personally, what are we like? What are we doing? Let me know if I'm just seeing you, then let me... Just like, don't have me here just waiting. Like, if we're doing a thing, let me just cut off everybody else and just focus on each other.
Yeah.
And let's make it work. But I feel like guys are very intimidated by those words.
Yeah, definitely.
Those little free words, when they hear that, it's. I feel like they feel like it's a red flag.
Yeah, yeah.
But why do guys get so
scared?
scared?
You're pressuring me, stuff like that.
But it's not even that. I just want to know where this is going.
Yeah.
Because personally, if I've had my fun and the fun is done, are we taking it to the next level or are we cutting it off here? Because I got other guys to see, I got other guys on my phone line, I'm not gonna lie. And if I'm talking to people, so how many people would you talk to at once? What's your maximum limit?
One.
Or is there not? You'd only talk to one person. But you're not seeing them, you're just talking to them, you're getting to know them.
Well, when I was younger, I did speak to two guys before, and then obviously I chose one. But
that's what I'm saying, you're talking to two guys.
Yeah, but that's like it's like equivalent to dating. Although like back in the day, I never really went out with them.
It's talking. You talk first, and then you date.
Well, maybe I was a little back to front. I don't know.
You date, but you don't know the person.
I've never really dated.
But I've talked to people. I've talked to loads of people, but I haven't dated them.
Okay.
You talk, like, when you first meet somebody, what do? Talk. And then when you start talking every day, and then it feels like, okay, you're getting into it, and then you start going out, that's dating. So what's dating and talking for you? What does that mean to you?
To me, I feel like it's the same thing, because
But when you first meet a guy, and he says, yo, can I have your number? The next day, what you're dating?
Okay, well, when you put it like that...
This is what I'm saying. So what's the difference between talking and dating for you?
I guess, well...
And when does the dating happen?
The talking stage is like getting to know the person a little bit more. And if you are, intrigued or interested in that person from, your initial conversations, then you can move to dating. So
how do you differentiate that? Do you have the what are we conversation when you've like come to the point, okay, I've finished talking, and then you have the what are we conversation and we move to dating? How do you differentiate your...
Okay, well, from my past experience with my partner, we started talking at first. Conversation was fine.
This is what I'm saying. You start talking. You don't automatically.
Yeah. So I would not even ask and I like our situation is different because we lived in 2 different countries. So we would talk, everything was fine, and then, you know, we couldn't really date off the bat because obviously we're not living in the same country. So we did plan to meet up, or you know, and then, well, it's kind of different. It's kind of different. But after talking for some time, we both agreed, okay, let's start.
You both agreed, so you had a conversation.
Yeah, we had.
So it wasn't what are we conversation. You didn't say the words, but it was what are we conversation. There we go. There we go. You have the conversation, and then you go from there to dating. I can't. It's not even I can't, but I know what men are like, and I feel like a lot of men think that women are a certain way, and they think that all women are the same. And I feel like it's kind of the same how women say, oh, all guys are the same. They all think women are a certain way. Me, on the other hand, don't put me in that category, because I'll shock you and you're not gonna like it. I will, but stay there, because I know that I'm not gonna be naive to the fact that I've just come into your life, or I've just popped up, or you've popped up to me even, and expect me to believe that you're only talking to me, and only me, and you're not talking to anybody else. No, I've just come into your life. You might have you might be single, and you might be living single life and loving single life and not talking to no one. That's fine. But at the same time, I've just come into your life. I can't say that you're not talking to anyone else but me. As much as in my mind, you know, if we're talking for a while and, you know, things are progressing, I would like to think that at that point I'm the only person you're talking to. I can't be naive and just believe that I'm the only person, as much as I would want it to be. And don't sit there thinking that I'm only talking to you, because I might have loads of guys in my life. I'm not gonna lie.
I was not about to say that. Most girls who think that way, I think they are in denial and naive.
100.
Because if there's no clear indication
100.
that, okay, if I'm a guy and I come out and tell you, or you know, we have a
Oh,
conversation.
baby, the only one I'm talking to.
Yeah, we have a conversation as to, okay, well, we're gonna start dating and we're gonna start strictly dating each other.
Yeah.
If you do not have that initial conversation, in the back of your
best
mind,
believe I've got all my
they have other people
my
that
friends
they're talking to, which at the end of the day you can't blame them, and
You
you can't blame
can't.
yourself.
You
If you are talking to other people, because there's no clear commitment, no clear indication.
But
no clear
I feel like that
conversation.
conversation is so cringe. I get cringed so easy. So this is another thing. But I feel like that whole conversation to me is cringe. And I get cringe. I get like, loads of things make me feel like awkward, and it's like, oh, like, that conversation is up there with one of them. But I'd be dying to know the answer. But it's like, because I feel so cringe in asking it, I know there's other ways to say it, but yo, I'm not gonna have that conversation.
I honestly think that the reason why you're cringe, no, I'm not Dr. Filler. I honestly think the reason why you're cringed is because you're fearful of what the answer is going to be.
No, it's not about I'm scared, but cringe is like, it just makes me feel like awkward. Like I don't mind having a conversation, but me just saying what are we, that is cringe to me.
Well, you don't
and
have
I don't
to
care
say,
what the answer
you don't have to use the word what are we.
I know, but the conversation is just cringe. Like I'd love to have the conversation, but it's just bringing up the conversation is cringe to me. Like, oh, okay. So what are we doing? Like, oh my god, even me saying it now is just so cringe.
So how would you have known?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I know there's other things to say, but what can I say? That's why I wait for the person to say it. And if I get
but if that person is never ready to say it, or if that person
this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. I feel like I'm bad man in that way, but I'm a person. I don't like to wait in it, and this is gonna get a bit mad. So I'm kind of gonna go off, but I'll come back. So a lot of people, and me included, expect a guy to be a certain way. And the guy, even referring back to the Bible, the guy is the head of the household. And I expect you to take on the lead on most things and have a conversation with me. So I'm just like, no, because I don't want to ask you, but there's a lot of people. We'll come back to this. No, I have
something to say. I'm going to play devil's advocate though. Because if you guys check out our previous videos, when we were talking about
the date.
Yeah. And no, it wasn't the date. It wasn't a date.
Yeah, him paying for the date.
No, we never had this video. We didn't posted. It was Valentine's Day.
Oh.
So Alexia and I had a conversation, and basically she was up for, let's just say, switching the roles in terms of marriage. She would possibly, ask someone to get married. So that.
Shall we get into that? Shall we just get into it? Let's just get into it now.
Because I feel like you're now saying that guys supposed to be one way, like not one way, but
this goes
initially.
But this links to my impatient.
Take the lead.
This links to my impatient talk. But when I'm impatient, like when we have the conversation, I said if it gets to a point where he's not asking me and I want to ask a question, I will ask.
So you don't get cringed after that.
No.
So you just get cringe over certain things.
Yeah. Certain things just make me cringe.
Yeah, but you never reach marriage.
I feel like marriage is, I know, that's different, but marriage is something, it's bigger, like, I can't get cringe over marriage is, I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I'm saying?
That's like the biggest.
I know, but it's not cringe, like, oh babe, like, do you want to get married?
I don't think that's cringy. I would listen to tell.
But the thing is, hold on. Remember, I said when we was talking, I said that I wouldn't do all the whole madness and getting down on one knee. I'm not doing that.
But I'm still asking him to marry you.
Yeah, no, but I wouldn't get down on one knee and propose. I'll be like, I think we should let's get married. It's not gonna be like.
I think I would get cringed out to tell my.
No, but hold on. I think I've got it in my mind now. Me asking a man to propose to me, think about it, we're already in a relationship, I feel comfortable with you. So me having those conversations, I'll be able to have. But when I'm not in a relationship, I've been talking to this guy, for me to have a conversation, like, what are we? Because I don't know your thoughts. So it's like, it's not that I don't know you, but I just don't know, I don't know how you feel about the situation. So me saying that to you, like, what are we? That's cringe to me because we're not in a partnership. You're not my man. Like, when I'm with a person in a relationship, it's different. I could do anything and I won't be cringe about it.
You see, I'm totally different. I'm opposite because I feel like if I'm in a relationship with someone, even before we get to the initial what are we, right? And really talking stages. For me, off the bat, I'm not going to say it on the first time we're speaking, but gradually while we speak, I want to know, I'm not saying what are we, but what do you want in life?
But that's when you're dating somebody. This is going from a situationship to a talking stage to a relationship.
That's what I'm saying. I'm different. If I'm talking to someone, I want to know.
Yeah, but you've already passed a situationship. This is a situationship stage that we're asking, what are we? Not relationship, like not dating.
I don't know, man.
Exactly.
Situationships, I feel like it all depends. It all depends on how you get into the situationship. If you get into the situationship where you and the guy both agree, you're not ready to go into a relationship, you're just not going there, you just want to have fun, you be friends with benefits, then
but this is
I don't think you
agreed.
should ask. If it's agreed, I don't think you should ask.
But nobody really agrees on having.
Yes, they are. There are some people who would come out and agree, you know what?
But it's not an agreeing thing. It's just something that happens naturally. And this is what I'm talking about, like with having the conversation. I probably wouldn't have the conversation if things progressed on its own, and you're making it clear, like you're mine. Then I wouldn't have the conversation.
Yeah, but it's when I look at the draw.
What do you mean?
That's like a look at the draw. You said that, it's not all the time that people agree upon a situationship. But to me, I feel like, yes, they do. Unless it's a one-night stand.
I'm talking about people like doing the dirties.
Yeah.
That's
what
what I'm
like
talking
a one-night stand.
But people don't agree on it. Like, people don't be like, okay. Because if you think about it, there'll be a lot of girls not in the situation that they're in now if they had the conversation. But there's loads of girls who sleep around with this guy and think, okay, he's gonna make me his girl, but they've not had that conversation. So she's setting herself up for failure. She's setting herself up for heartbreak because in her mind she's like, okay, yeah, let me just like carry on the way that we are, and then you know, it might go further. But what if he doesn't want that? They're not having a conversation. She's just thinking that in her head that it's gonna a relationship.
Yeah, but then there must be signs that you must know if someone.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
There have to be signs. If he's only calling you at a certain time and only wants one thing, or you know, only affectionate, or you know, talking about one thing, then it's a situation. He only wants you for one thing.
And then he talks to you at a certain time.
Yeah, it's only for sex.
Yeah, that's different.
And I feel like if you're catching feelings and he or she is so used to the situationship and you're catching feelings, baby girl or baby boy, you might as well just ask what's happening here and don't waste your time. Honestly, don't waste your time.
That's cringe to me.
So then you're just going to be wasting your time.
No, this is what I was going to say before, when we were talking about the marriage thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
It links to the impatience. I wouldn't say I'm very impatient, but if I feel like you're taking the piss out of me and you're just giving me the runaround, listen, you play yourself, innit? Play yourself and think you're the only person I'm talking to. Play yourself. Because I know you're not talking to multiple people, and until we have that, like, you're probably going to be thinking that too, yeah? Mm-hmm. Is she talking to more than one person? Like, if you're trying to make it official, that's something that you're asking yourself, and you're going to want to have a conversation, like you said, somebody's going to say it. But if you're not, I'm thinking it, but I'm not going to ask it, and that's me. If you don't want to ask it, that's on you, because I have other people I've talked to. I'm not talking to just one person. Maybe sometimes I am, but I mean, situations happen. Mm-hmm. Anywho, when I get bored of you, and you're not having that conversation with me, I'm not going to have it.
No, I think it goes both ways, man. I'm not going to sit around and wait.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not sitting around and waiting. When I'm ready to leave, I'll leave.
But that's the thing. I'm not going to leave just because you didn't have the conversation.
But it's not even that. It's like, so say there's two guys, or even three. Let's just keep it to two, just to make it simple. So there's two guys that you're talking to, yeah? And you're interested in both of them. If one is not having the conversation with you, it's like you're interested in him, but you're not having the conversation. It's not a thing where you're waiting for him to have it. But if you just get fed up,
you're going to go to the next guy?
Exactly.
Okay, so what if one of the guys, right, the one who, let's just say, takes majority of your boxes, and then the other guy, but he's still not having that initial conversation to find out what are we. And the other guy, you don't really fancy him like that. Just because you guys don't have initial conversation, just because he did not tell you or come to you and say, okay, let's have a conversation on what are we, are you going to just settle for the other guy? Or are you going to wear your big girl panties and be like, what the hell are we? And what's happening?
It's not about big girl panties. Like, I can have the conversation if I wanted to, but it's just cringe to me. And
that's why I said put on your big girl panties.
But it's not like I will have the conversation. I'm not scared to have the conversation. I just don't want to have it because it's cringe. Like, it's weird. Like, I don't want to be in a cringy situation. Like, I don't care having the conversation. We can have the conversation without saying the words, what are we?
Like, you don't have to, you know, say the exact words on what are we, but you're gonna have to know, like, are we gonna come out of the situationship? Like, what is your future goals?
But then I
wouldn't even flip it like that. I wouldn't even be like, what are your future goals?
I feel like it's difficult because guys say a lot, and they can be saying the right things, and you can be thinking, okay, yeah, like, you know, this could be the one, whatever. But until you've sat down and had the actual conversation, it could be anything, because sometimes guys just chat just to keep you around. And they be saying, all the right things. You know, like, I don't even want to say it because someone said this to me, and if I say it's going to be obvious. I don't even know what to use as an example. Like, I can see you in my future. And we're talking, right? And the guy says, I can see you in my future. Okay, that's nice. It seems like he wants to be with me, but he hasn't said it. So yeah, like you're saying, guys will say things to make you know, if it's just a one-night stand, or if it's just that, or if it's just this. But guys say things.
Which is true, but like I said, it's a luck
And why is it on me to
situation.
have that conversation?
But it's a luck and joy situation because I feel like.
But why is it on me to have the conversation?
Because you said when we had the conversation that you would ask your man or whoever.
Yeah, but why is it on me?
It's not on you, but I mean, if you're tired of the situation,
Then I'm gone. I'm on to the next one. Or I'm just gonna cut you off.
I'm totally different. If you're ticking half of my boxes and we are in a situationship, boldly I'm gonna come out and be like, what the hell is happening? I have feelings.
But that's if you feel like you're in that situation.
You're telling me
But you guys are dating. If you're dating, it's different. But
if I'm in a situationship.
Oh, in a situation.
And I'm catching feelings, and he's telling me, like you said, guys will tell you anything to keep you around, and you're telling me that you're catching feelings and you see me in your future, Okay, fine. Then what are we doing? Are we still gonna do this, or are we still gonna be playing games? And if you don't give me the right answer, then I'm gonna leave. But I'm not gonna just sit around and wait for you to tell me sweet things in my ears and lie down and have pillow talk.
So you start off like how you want it to be in the future.
Yeah.
So obviously you attract guys that you want to be with. Does that make sense? Yeah. So whatever you put out there is what you attract, and that's the kind of energy that you want from, let's say, your future husband. Mm-hmm. So obviously whoever I'm dating are gonna have to show traits of a husband that I would like to have in the future. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna like start talking to a guy who's nothing like who I want to be and be like, oh, I feel like I want to change him. I can change him to be just because of his looks. You can't date, obviously, we know this, just based off looks. You have to talk and get to know the person. But I feel like how you set off that relationship from base one, whatever, how you set off from that situationship, it says a lot about what the relationship's going to be like and what the marriage is going to be like, let's say, if it goes that far. Mm-hmm. So for me, I want a guy who is quite forward with having these conversations. And I feel like maybe that's why I don't want to have the conversation, because I'm waiting for him to initiate the conversation, because I feel like, not to dwell on the past, but I feel like the reason why me and a lot of guys, I say a lot like there was a lot, but guys that I've talked to in the past, why it didn't work, if it did go into dating or whatever, is because I ignored the things that you didn't show in the beginning, and then when it got to the relationship and I was like, okay, well, why is he not doing this? But you have to think, he wasn't doing this in the beginning, so what makes you think he's going to do it now? Yeah. This is what I'm saying. So maybe I feel like it's something inside of me that makes me cringe, because I'm waiting for him to have the conversation with me, rather than for me to bring it up. Because later on in the relationship, when we're together, I'm going to be thinking, oh, why hasn't he done this, or why hasn't he brought this up? Like, why is it... Because I feel like I've had that before, when it's always been me, and that's something that, you look for certain things in a guy. I'm looking for you to have that conversation with me, because I can't expect you to be like that in the situationship or whatever stage that we're at now, and then somehow magically in the relationship you've suddenly, turned into that leader and you want those conversations. Yeah. So I feel like maybe there's a reason why I feel like it's cringe. It's a stigma as well. It's a stigma around what are we? Mm-hmm. I don't want to be that. No, that's why it's cringe. That's why it's cringe, because there's a whole stigma around what are we, babe? Like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on? I feel like it is the whole stigma around having that conversation, which is what makes me so cringe. I feel like that's what it is.
But let us know if you're in a situationship. Would you ask, "What are we?" to your significant, not maybe say significant other,
to situationship
partner? Would you ask that, or if that person don't bring up that conversation, would you bounce?
Yep, bouncing.
That's right, and just like that, we're